I want to lead in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Let us pray. God, our Father, our strength, and our Redeemer, thank you for allowing us to be here today to conduct the business of the city for our citizens. Father, help us to conduct the business with the spirit that lives in us. Help us to make sound decisions and use sound judgment. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please have a seat. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's great to see everybody. It looks like half our fire department's here. My goodness. Great looking guys. Great looking guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Okay, public comments. Does anybody have any public comments tonight? I do not see any hands, so we'll pass on to the next thing, old business. There's no old business. Oh. Yeah. New business. All right, here's one I've been looking forward to for a couple of weeks. Proclamation, Hispanic Heritage Month. You know, we owe a lot in this country to our Hispanic citizens. They've done a whole lot for our country, and they are part of our country. You know, they're Americans just like us, of course. And I don't know how to say I appreciate it as much as I do, but I really do appreciate it. Let me go ahead and read this. It's a City of Centerville Proclamation. Hispanic Heritage Month, September the 15th, October the 15th. Whereas the City of Centerville, Georgia, celebrates the Hispanic community and highlights its countless contributions and achievements. And whereas the Hispanic Heritage Observance began in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week under President Lyndon Johnson, was expanded by President Ronald Reagan in 1988 to cover a 30-day period starting on September 15th and ending on October 15th. It was enacted into law on August 17th, 1968 on the approval of Public Law 100-402. And whereas according to the U.S. Census Bureau, as of 2020, the Hispanic population in the U.S. was 18.7% of the nation's population, or 331,449,281. And as of 2020, an estimated 7.4% of Houston County's population is Hispanic. And whereas Hispanic Heritage Month celebrates the histories, cultures, and contributions of those whose ancestors were indigenous to North America, as well as Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. And whereas the purpose of Hispanic Heritage Month is to create awareness of the contributions of people of Hispanic heritage to the American culture. Many people of Hispanic heritage serve as civil rights leaders and community organizers in our military, politicians, teachers, journalists, first responders, artists, healthcare professionals, athletes, inventors, entertainers, and more. Therefore, the Council of the City of Centerville hereby proclaims October Hispanic Heritage Month as a special time to recognize our residents of Hispanic family roots and express community appreciation for their numerous contributions to Centerville's economic vitality and cultural growth. There's a lot of truth in all of that. I've traveled fairly well around Central and South America, quite a few countries down there. And I'll tell you that it's a beautiful country down there, and some wonderful people I've met all over the place, in all those various countries. Okay, we're going to present this. Yes, sir. All right. Everybody please join me down there. We can all do it together. And Monica, I believe you're going to come up.
Got something for you.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you
Oh,
so
wow.
much.
That was my pleasure. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Did everybody see that okay? You got some pictures of it?
Yes, sir.
Well, we got a proclamation for you.
Thank you, sir.
And we also, it's a form from the City of Centerville
Oh,
to show
yeah.
our appreciation.
Thank you.
You know, and I really do appreciate what you guys do. And I go on TV and I listen to you sometimes on the
Thank you.
my Spanish is not good. Okay, I'll say it's not good. All the countries I went to, they spoke Indios, Hispanic, but nobody spoke Castilian.
Yes, you need to practice with me. I apologize because my English is not the best, but thank you so much. And this is very important for our community here. And we are here to work together. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
We
much.
appreciate it.
Can I get one photo,
Give him a
pose, and
big hand.
smile?
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. All right, next item here is recognition of the 2021 Firefighter of the Year, David Dorman, Councilman Wright, and Fire Chief Jones.
Chief Jones, we're going to let you take care of this evening.
All right?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Thank you, Mayor and Council. Every year, as you know, we recognize our outstanding firefighter of the year. Early in the year, the Knights of Columbus do a little event, and then we always try to do our recognition ceremony for the city during Fire Prevention Month. October is Fire Prevention Month, and we want to recognize our firefighter of the year. This year, our firefighter of the year is Sergeant David Dorman. He's been with the department over 18 years. He is our training officer. He keeps all of our firefighters certified and trained, and he does a great job. He's been a great asset to the department and the city, and I would like to recognize him for all his hard work and his efforts helping keep this department going. So Sergeant David Dorman is our firefighter of the year for 2021.
All right. Chief, we will come down there and join you, okay? All still. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm good. Yeah, I was just.
All right.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we appreciate it. Well
Thank
deserved.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All you guys. Appreciate all you guys very much. We really do. So make the city proud, don't you? We'll say a few words?
Sure. Why not?
All right.
So my crew is back there in the back supporting me.
All right.
They helped me a lot. Yeah, this award as much as theirs. They give me the opportunity to do the things that I do.
I hear that, right? So make him let you put it on your shelf for them.
Yeah. So they'll, and then Chief, I've been with Chief my whole career, and I couldn't ask for a better person to work with, and so a lot of this goes to him. We'll just pass it around. We gotta rotate. And I tell everybody about the city of Centerville is the best place to work, in my opinion. The city has always done really good things for not only the citizens, but the employees that work here. And that is very noticeable for us. We appreciate it on our end.
We thank you very much for those kind words.
Thank you.
All right.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations. Okay, we're at item number 3 here. Ordinance amendment, regular council meeting time change. Councilman Wright, you have that one, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. This is something we've been talking about for a while. We're finally going to try to get it done this evening. I think the original intent of having the 7 o'clock council meeting and also having a 5 o'clock council meeting, one is sort of a work session, one is sort of a council meeting. We just sort of use them interchangeably to handle the business of the city. And I believe the original intent of the 7 o'clock meeting was to provide the opportunity for more citizens to attend, but it doesn't seem to be creating a larger attendance, and it doesn't really seem to be that much of a barrier. I think if you really do have some business that you need to take care of, that you should be able to get here by 6 o'clock or make some plans to be able to be here. So I do think it would relieve a little burden on some of the staff. When they're here, they work their normal day, and then some of them go home and come back for the 7 o'clock meeting. Some of them just stay through and get work done. But I think we can make this change of 1 hour back to 6 o'clock and make things a little easier on them. I'm not going to read the ordinance that is here. It was prepared by City Attorney Tidings. I will give you the summary of it. The meeting will now be at 6 o'clock instead of 7, is what this ordinance says. The meeting that takes place the first Tuesday of every month. And so, Mayor, I move that we adopt this ordinance as it is written.
Okay, I have a motion. I have a second.
Second.
Okay, we'll call for the question. We'll say a few words?
Yes, I do. I like the rest of the council, would like to make it more convenient for citizens to attend the meetings. The history has shown that, like Councilman Wright said, whether we have the meeting at 6 or whether we have the meeting at 7 or whether we have the meeting at 5, folks will attend if they desire. And I think with the advent of social media and all that's changed in the wake of coronavirus, and us having meetings televised now on streamed on social media, that it provides an opportunity. And I think we probably had an increase in attendance because of social media. So changing the meeting from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. to benefit our employees, I think it's a great idea.
Okay, thank you very much. Anybody else? Any comments? No? Okay. Call for the question. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Hearing none. The ordinance is now passed. Thank you very much. All right, next item is item number 4, home-based business licenses. Councilman Wright and City Clerk Bedingfield.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, you have a couple of home-based business licenses here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to review them, and then if there's no objection, we'll adopt them with one motion. The first one is Southern Water Tribe LLC. They'll be located here, operating out of the city of Centerville, but they are a pool cleaning service, so all of his work will be done on site. It won't have any effect on his neighbors or anyone there around him. The second one is Worldwide Washing, which is a similar type of service that will provide pressure washing, driveway cleaning, concrete fencing, that kind of thing, but it'll all be done on site. They'll just be basing their business, their home-based business at their address that's here in Centerville. I don't believe we have either of the business owners here, but I will check just in case I'm missing somebody. I don't believe Jonathan Harris or Sean McCandless are here tonight. That's okay. They're not required to attend here. I just don't like to miss anybody. But if there's no objections, I move that we adopt both of these business licenses as they are written and welcome these two new entrepreneurs to the city.
Have a motion to have a second.
I second that motion.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, passed unanimously. Thank you so much. And we welcome these two new businesses to the city. Our business partnerships seem to be growing every meeting we have. And that's a wonderful thing for the city to have the knowledge of these people. Thank you all so much for becoming partners with us. Okay. Item number 5 is the POI GIG graduation. Councilman Wright, you have that one, sir.
Yes, sir. Pretty early in my tenure as a city council member, we began to have proposals about affordable housing projects being built in the city of Centerville, and they're controversial projects, but they're important projects, and they create a lot of benefit and a lot of strife at the same time in some ways. And so we discovered that by participating in something called the Georgia Initiative for Community Housing, that it afforded us the opportunity to have a little input on that process. And because the GIC team, as we established it, were able to award a point towards the application for these affordable housing projects, or in some cases to not award a point towards certain applications, it had a pretty heavy weight on the process. a lot of these applications are made by 1 point or half a point, and so what it led to was it led to developers coming to us and saying, you know, what are some things you think that the community wants, and so it led to us getting into contact, and so now you have the project that is beginning behind the mall. They broke ground this week finally. You know, that is not a city project. We're not affiliated with that. That is an outside developer, but I do believe that is the most palatable of the projects that have been proposed there. It's going to provide some good things for the city. But through the course of this, what was a 3-year program, we learned about a lot of other opportunities that we have in the city of Centerville to continue to work with this program. We did graduate the program in Athens, Georgia last week. Here's our little plaque there. We graduated from this program. We're technically what's considered an alumni community. We plan to continue to participate in this program. I'm going to ask Alicia Hartley to make a presentation real quick. This is the same presentation she gave at our final report to the other communities that were part of our cohort of GET communities from all over the state. And then I have a couple other things what she's done, and then we'll certainly have some discussion there. Alicia.
Thank you, Councilman Wright. Good evening, everyone. At past retreats, this report was presented by the Director of Economic Development and Marketing. However, I was entrusted with the leadership of the housing team back in August, so I was honored to deliver this report back at the fall retreat earlier this month. So the vision and logo for the Centerville Housing Team is that the Centerville Housing Team strives to support Centerville residents with their homes by building community and pride and educating the public on housing resources. In addition, the Centerville Housing Team will promote housing that is available, attractive, and attainable. So we started this program with our housing assessment completed back in 2018. It was a part of our application really ensured once we were in the program, we were able to hit the ground running. This housing assessment was a windshield tour of 2,993 structures. The structures were all graded based on their condition of the structure and could be considered either excellent, good, average, distressed, or failing. Of the total number of structures, 10 were failing and 96 were distressed. These homes became the focus and one of our goals mentioned in the vision previously, which is to improve existing housing opportunities in Centerville. This housing assessment was also used to identify target areas for redevelopment. These areas can be identified by a yellow star seen on the map and have a significant number of distressed or failing homes which put the whole neighborhood at risk. This housing assessment laid the foundation for a very active 3 years in the GET program and work plans that felt achievable and impactful. For our failing home report, there are 10 failing homes that have been a priority over the past 3 years. In order to create interdepartmental efficiency, these reports, as seen on this presentation here, were created and disseminated across departments. For our cleanup days, this renewed focus of the housing team helped the city of Centerville collect more trash and clean up our neighborhoods by having multiple drop-off locations throughout the city and specifically in our target areas for redevelopment. So for the Crestwood sign, another project that the housing team accomplished was the revitalization of this neighborhood sign that can be seen on the screen. A resident in the Crestwood Estates neighborhood reached out to the Centerville housing team with concerns at the entryway signage for their neighborhood. After receiving an official letter containing 41 signatures from residents in this neighborhood, the Centerville housing team offered the assistance in revitalizing their sign. This well-established neighborhood of 82 homes is located on the edge of 2 target areas from our housing assessment, specifically maps 13 and 19. The project was funded by residents who gave donations to the housing team, and a local sign company donated the letters. This helped reestablish the neighborhood's pride and place in Centerville. The resident who brought this project to our attention is now a valued member of our housing team as well. Conducting a survey at our 2019 Independence Day celebration furthered the housing team's objective of creating stronger community engagement for the city of Centerville. Affordable housing has been a hot-button topic for many cities, and this survey helps illustrate a non-biased public opinion for affordable housing as well as other topics surrounding housing. It's important to note that 33.7% of the respondents lived in Eagle Springs neighborhood, as Eagle Springs is approximately 1/3 of Centerville's population, so the survey is representative of Centerville residents. Another project that was worked on by the Centerville housing team is the Spring Lake Christmas Outreach and Survey Program. Spring Lake is primarily the neighborhood occupying priority map 13 and 19 from the 2018 housing assessment. The housing team focused on efforts in this area as it needed the most attention. The ownership of the trailer park was very receptive to our Christmas outreach program. We handed out over 100 meals and received 42 surveys from families in this neighborhood. The information challenged assumptions made by the community about the neighborhood. Some of the residents have lived in the subdivision for over 10 years, while others were there for a significant amount of turnover, and the other half of the community, this stability was pleasantly surprising. When residents were asked what resources they needed on the survey, they responded with utility help, medical insurance, security, jobs, food, transportation, recreation, lighting, domestic violence assistance, rental assistance, legal and mental health assistance as well. Because of our relationship building efforts in December of 2019, we were able to facilitate the demolition of 20 trailers in this neighborhood through a demolition permit rebate and get new street gates installed through the community as well. This grassroots approach really helped and worked for our team in helping housing-related problems in Centerville. So for our Dig Point process, through the issue of low-income housing tax credit projects, we learned from another GIT community that a process could help alleviate any assumed ambiguity on the city's side. Centerville, in conjunction with the Middle Georgia Regional Commission, developed a comprehensive approach to juggling more than one LIHTC developer to decide why and who to give our point to. We found this process being adopted significantly alleviated the tension between City Council, the housing team, and the residents. Then in 2020, after our Dig Point process was adopted and approved, we were able to use this process. The regional malt facility had an anchor site reserved in 1993, which is roughly 7 acres that sat vacant for decades. This site, through the partnership with the malt owners, city officials, and a LIHTC developer, will now be home to 138 units of affordable workforce housing based off of 58% area median income. This project faced relatively little to no pushback from our residents and will help in the long-term planning objectives for community and economic development. Groundbreaking for Phase 1 started about 2 weeks ago. Now for our CHIP grant. We're excited to report back that we did in fact receive the 2021 CHIP grant. Centerville has never received a housing grant of this size in the past, but for the application points changing to favor communities who had not received the grant prior, and from the guidance of Ms. Sherry Kurtz, the Georgia Grant Specialist, this would not have been possible. Now with our $400,000 grant, we will be able to accomplish 8 owner-occupied home renovations within the next 2 years. This will continue to ensure that we are protecting our current housing stock while creating new opportunities for housing. In conclusion, while COVID was a significant and unexpected hurdle during Centerville's time in the GIT program, we feel as if this program has opened doors and spurred the necessary and powerful conversations in our community. We are looking forward to staying up to date with our alumni certification, as this certification will provide training for new staff and make sure we are staying innovative in our approach to housing issues. It will also allow for the City of Centerville to continue to have leverage with CHIP, LIHTC, and other housing programs. Thank you very much.
Let me just highlight a couple of things from her presentation there, and then we'll open the floor for some discussion. But a couple of things to just note that the assessment, the housing assessment that was done there, it was very forward thinking of the city to pursue that assessment before we even began pursuing the Georgia Initiative of Community Housing Designation. Most GIT teams spend most of their first year trying to get that survey done. And so because we already had that survey completed, we were able to actually accomplish some projects at the end of our first year in the program, which was good because most of year 2 and part of year 3 was in the middle of COVID-19, and we were very limited in being able to meet and being able to move forward, and just was not a high priority with a lot of the other things going on in the world at the time. Looking forward, just some things to look for from the GIT team moving forward. A couple of things I think you will see the GIT team periodically make policy recommendations. It's certainly up to the mayor and council to adopt or to not adopt those, but you may from time to time see the GIT team say, this is something we think could be helpful, this is something we think the city should consider. That could be anything from ordinance changes to zoning changes to asking the city to make contacts with state reps and to do some lobbying on behalf of some of the things that affect some of these issues. I think you're going to continue to see us do outreach initiatives, particularly with low-hanging fruit like this, the project with Crestwood, and we're doing some of those outreaches in some of those lower-income communities. And I think you're going to see the GIT team continue to have a role in at least expressing an opinion when it comes to the city's long-term planning. You know, the cities, as we go through planning retreats and things like that, we compile a lot of opinions of what we should do and what we should move forward. We would like to see the housing team be somebody who makes recommendations. These are some things that we think are important that the city should consider. that get point process that Alicia talked about is probably one of the most fruitful things to come out of this. In fact, there's several other cities across the state who have adopted that procedure now because nothing existed like it before our team put it together. So we're proud of that one. It's a pretty solid rubric for going through and measuring those projects and seeing which ones are more appropriate. It allowed us a way to score them and make it a little more factual and not just be sort of a gut call and a gut decision. There is some work to be done moving forward. The team has to continue to meet. Most teams move to meeting quarterly instead of monthly once you're in the alumni phase. And there is some investment that will have to be made from the city because at least 4 members of the team have to maintain a certain number of continuing education hours every year in order for us to maintain status as a GIC alumni program in good standing. There's tremendous benefits to that when it comes to grant opportunities, other things, all that stuff that Alicia mentioned. I know we get acronym happy with some of these things. So GIC is the Georgia Initiative for Community Housing. LIHTC is low income housing tax credits. There's a couple others that get thrown around in there. But I think that the good thing about this group of community members mostly that meets together, there's a couple of folks from the city. Miss Carol Harrison is on it as our accountant. We've got a realtor. We've got somebody who works at a bank. We have Dean from the Middle Georgia Regional Commission. Can't say enough about them, how helpful they've been with everything. The Regional Commission is just tremendous in the ways that they support us. We also have representatives from Habitat Humanity and from several other just local nonprofits, all sort of investing in this process. And I'm hoping that it's going to help us avoid one of the traps that I think Macon Bibb County fell into. I say that not to be critical of them, but as somebody who grew up there and heard so many times when somebody would say, man, this area really seems to be struggling. And the answer was, but look at how great downtown is. Man, it looks like crime is really bad. Yeah, but have you seen that new restaurant? And so I think in Centerville, we have a great new park. We have some business growth. We have some things growing, but I think that the housing team gives us a lens to be able to say, we have to focus on both of these issues. We want to create recreation. We want to create business development. We want to make sure that we're continuing to maintain and to improve the housing stock that we have so that we can continue to have an excellent quality of life for the people that live here, and not just the people that come here to take advantage of the amenities that we've created. So I'm excited to see what we do moving forward. There's a lot more available to us. There's lots of things that are out there. There's money we can apply for. There's things we can do to bolster the housing in the city that doesn't involve direct use of city resources, which is always a benefit to the citizens. So thank you, Mayor. We just wanted to bring that up tonight after we had our graduation last week. It was a 3-year program, and we learned a lot, and some good things came from it, and we look forward to continuing to use it to serve the city as best we can.
Okay. Anybody else want to make any comments?
Yeah, I'd like to make some comments. Again, I want to thank everybody on the housing team for all the hard work they've been doing. I've been personally attending the last couple of housing team meetings and plan on getting more involved with the housing team. Certainly appreciate everything that Alicia has done to continue carrying the torch and moving forward with the housing team and also the rest of our team members. I think, as Councilman Wright alluded to, I think that we're looking forward to a brighter future in Centerville, and we're also keeping in mind the citizens of Centerville and what their concerns are as well with this as we move forward. And so that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, so a great presentation, Alicia. Very informative. It's good to hear the good things that are going on in Centerville. Excellent. And, and good to know that we have proactive thinkers and you guys really got ahead of the GIC designation and getting that survey, the assessment of the city done. Since it's been over 3.5 years or so, are there plans to reassess, see the improvements, and then areas that may need some additional assistance?
I think we need to wait till we actually fully complete our CHIP grant program, and then that might be a good time to reassess after our CHIP grant is done.
The CHIP grant was for $400,000, and so
8
they
homes,
give you, and it gets dispersed. What's the maximum dispersal amount, Carol? Do you remember?
For home?
For home,
I think it's $40,000.
Yeah, I think it's $40,000 per home. So you could complete 10 projects, but there's there's some callbacks to it, some report backs, so it's not, you grant somebody the money, we have to do some checking in to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do with it. And we have some report backs that we have to make sure that we're using the money correctly. So they give you 2 full years
2 years.
to locate enough homes and to get people who qualify. There are some pretty strict qualifications in order to receive one of the CHIP grants. And so to find the one good thing about how specific they are is you really are putting the money in the hands of the right people. And trying, for us, a phrase that we've used a lot in the housing team is when you're working with, whether it's talking about code enforcement or whether you're talking about just homes that need some improvement or some upgrades, is trying to find a metric to discern the difference between somebody who can't take care of their home and somebody who won't take care of their home. Those are different questions, and so we've done some good work in those areas. But I think that's probably what the regional commission is going to recommend as well, because it'll be 5 years old
After a kick.
after the
yes.
CHIP grant, and so they kind of recommend those in 5-year windows, so you can see what kind of changes made. It takes a little while to get those done, because she used a phrase that went by really quick, but when they say a windshield tour,
They drive.
it means they went to every one of those. How many was it? 2,200.
Yeah, almost
They went
3,000.
to all of them and sat in the car and took notes and took pictures
Yeah.
and have like a rubric that they score them all with, and so it's a big job. We're grateful to them for all their help. I want to say that was Greg Boyke that did that
I'm not
years ago. He's not
sure
even with the regional
Yeah.
commission anymore, but some of you guys will know him. He's been here for our council. Is he still with them? He's in a different position now.
He's risen up.
Yeah, he's gotten some promotions, but I believe he was the one who was actually in the car driving around doing the score.
He was he and one other person.
Mhm.
That other person's now gone.
And so the CHIP grant gives us a specific period of time to get all of this done.
We have a time period of 2 years is the
Okay.
timeline.
2 years.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Now, Mike mentioned here to the residents out there, if you think you might be eligible for this, you need to come in and contact us and have us verify to see whether you are or not.
They can actually contact Sherry Kurtz with
Oh,
Georgia
yeah.
Grant Specialist.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Her
come
information
to
is
us
actually
and we'll
out
tell
front
you how
too.
to do it.
There's some information out front, and I believe there's a link on the website.
There
too.
is also a link
There's a
on the
link on the
website.
city website as well
For the
if you're interested in applying
qualifications.
for a CHIP grant. We wish you would, because we want to give that money away to people who make their houses
Definitely.
better.
Yeah.
We sure do. So I encourage everybody, if you're not sure, check, find out for yourself.
Yep.
Best way to do it. All right, thank you very much. That was a great presentation.
Thank you.
All right, item number 6 is approval, resolution, and budget amendment, fiscal year 2021, Councilman Wright and City Accountant Harrison, please.
Yeah, Mayor, you have in your packet here the resolution for the amended fiscal year budget. I'm going to ask City Accountant Harrison to give us sort of a rundown of the changes that are listed here.
Thank you, Councilman Wright. As Councilman Wright said in your folder tonight, you have a resolution for the second and final budget amendment for fiscal year 2021. This resolution will amend our budget from $15,887,775 to $16,374,919. This is an increase of $487,144. Within that information, you should have a summary of the second budget amendment, and then there's also some detail in there. So I'll just kind of run through what makes up that change in the total budget. The first item is we amended our elections budget, which for $13,925, which was for a special election that was unexpected. We amended the municipal court budget for $8,491. That is for to take care of mold cleanup and damage. We are amending the police budget, although the police budget did not change in total. We have amended for the purchase of 3 additional vehicles. We amended for our intergovernmental agreement with the county, and then also we had some unemployment expenses, unexpected expenses. We amended the animal control budget for $1,760. That was due to an increase in our workers' comp premium. We amended the park budget. The additional cost for the park was $57,179. That was for construction, setup, electric, outdoor furnishing. Funding source was to move $35,000 from economic development, and the balance of $23,179 will be from general fund unassigned fund balance. We amended our SPLOST budget for SPLOST revenues. We had an increase in loan proceeds for $133,660. We also had an increase from the original budget of our loan proceeds of $350,000. We also amended our expenditure in SPLOST for the fire station, which was an increase of $439,790 from the original budget. We also had a reclassification of $98,304 from SPLOST to transfer out to water and sewer, and that's for water and sewer improvements for Center Park. So as we amend this budget, some items were just as they changed during the year, and then as we close out the year and report on the financial statements, we had 4 budgets that were over our, that were 4 budgets where the actual was more than the budget. So we have the opportunity to amend those so that our budget to actual will not be in excess of budget. So that's part of this. So tonight we're asking approval for mayor and council to approve the resolution to amend our fiscal year 2021 budget.
Okay, entertain a motion at this time.
That's so moved, Mayor.
Have a motion, have a second?
Second.
All right, motion and a second. Just to remind everybody, she's talking about the fiscal year 2021 that ended on June the 30th of this year. So we're in a new fiscal year now, which is fiscal year 2022.
That's correct, ma'am. Thank
That's
you.
correct. All right, anybody have any thoughts or comments on that? This balances our budget for the year completely, as is required to by law. Let's see if we can do it.
Just add, Mayor, this is fairly standard order of business.
It is.
This happens every year when you're doing a long-term budget projection. It is an imprecise science, unfortunately. I wish it could be more precise, but things come up, things break, things happen.
Forecast.
It's a forecast. That is the appropriate term. So.
That was the forecast.
I know we do the best we can,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
I know House and County is doing the same thing tonight.
Well, and considering all of the moving parts this particular fiscal year had in it,
We had a lot of moving parts.
we
had
came out
construction,
okay.
Fire station, park, we've had, there's that.
Not to mention all that little pandemic thing that happened on top of it there.
Okay, any further conversation, anybody?
I'd just like to also compliment Carol for a job well done.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Councilman.
everything all the way to wrap this up.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Okay, I call for motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Unanimous, passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Council.
That was a good presentation here too. Thank you, Carol. All right, comments from council. Post 1.
Just congratulations to Sergeant Dorman on Firefighter of the Year. I'm sure it's well deserved, and we definitely appreciate all you do for the city. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Post 2.
Nothing for me tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Then you had some good presentations tonight. Well thought out. I
They've
appreciate that.
heard enough from me this evening.
I think you did a great job.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Commend you for that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, congratulations again, on Firefighter of the Year.
Okay.
Same with me too. Congratulations. I know it was very well deserved. I did want to mention a couple things. I wasn't here during the last meeting, but I wanted to thank Chief Jones and the fire department for their all their effort and work put into the grand presentation of their facility. I know it took a lot of work and effort, and I want to personally thank all of you for getting it all together and really doing a great job. I've heard nothing but compliments from everybody that's been over there. Just great. I also wanted to mention that on November the 11th, there's going to be a Veterans Day ceremony at 9 a.m., which will be open to the public. And there'll also be a dedication of Veterans Drive, which will be the renaming of the street going through the park. We encourage all veterans to come out and participate with us and support us in this event. I promise you it's going to be a very nice event and activity to participate in. And even those who aren't veterans, you're welcome and encouraged to come out and support our veterans. That's that part. Okay, lighted Christmas parade, December the 4th, and I know we're all looking forward to this. If you're interested in participating, applications is available online. So, you know, we're looking for those people who are interested in participating in the parade. I'll let you know, I know that we've always enjoyed participating in the parade as the mayor and council. The candy, I've already started buying my candy. So, I found some,
It's a good time to buy, right?
yeah, and I found some good deals, so I'll share it with y'all after the meeting. But anyways, yeah, so we're looking forward to it. I think the community's gonna really enjoy it. And so, as we go in and marshal in the holidays as we go in, so that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Need to remind everybody, Halloween's coming up on October 31st, which is a Sunday evening. I hope you have a very safe holiday out there. And again, I'll provide my thanks, Sergeant Dorman. And my thanks again, like I say, to all the fire department and our police department. They've been doing a fabulous job lately. I see those police reports when they come in, and those guys are busy. They're really busy out there. They don't have to make work, it finds them. And I see our fire department around different places. I saw them this afternoon, this morning, I think it was this morning sometime, over there on Scarborough. So everybody's doing a great job. And I appreciate all our city employees. Water and sewers out there working. I mean, I don't know how they can keep up with everything. I can tell you guys how much we appreciate this.
Yes, sir.
I really do. And all the people here in the office, they come to work. There's a lot of people around that we see that don't come to work. I went to a eating establishment last night with my wife and granddaughter. One employee, that's all he had. He was running the whole place by himself. He did a great job. A place called which
Sandwich shop.
the sandwich shop. He did an outstanding job in there all by himself. So we got some wonderful people in our communities out here. And we appreciate all the people who do come to work and all the people who are working for us. And I thank everybody. Y'all have a great evening.